All right. Welcome to the inaugural Champion Seminar at the 2018 Northwest Pinball and Arcade Show. Is everyone happy to be here? Yeah! Have you guys played one of the 9 Iron Maidens set up in the main hall? Yeah. Awesome. So we've got an exciting match set up for you tonight. Before we introduce our champs, we're going to tell you guys a little bit about ourselves and about why we put together this seminar. Chase, start us off.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming out. Really do appreciate it. My name is Chase Nunes, and I do this thing called Geek Gamer TV. I started it about 14 years ago. Really just a way to express my passions about technology, gaming, and pinball. About 6 years ago, actually maybe 5-6 years ago, I took some of my equipment down to Pittsburgh for the inaugural Papa Circuit Championship and did the first live stream from the facility. We got over thousands of views. It was loads of fun. Then you know how life goes. You know, life gets in the way, things happen, and I dropped out of the pinball scene for a while. I'm bearing the lead. I won Division C at Pinburg 2013, which was really cool. So, love pinball, always been passionate about it, and then the great people here at the Pinball Arcade Show asked if I'd be willing to host a seminar. And I said, sure. And then they asked, hey, would I be willing to do a stream of all the seminars? And I said, okay. So here we are. And it was way too big for me to do it. So I asked Ashley to join me. And now Ashley will tell you guys about her.
All right. So I'm really happy to be here. Glad that you asked me. My boyfriend and I moved to Renton, Washington a couple years ago. I started a business called Toto Tutor because I'm from Kansas, and now I live in the Emerald City. And so I got into pinball because we saw this flyer from our local arcade, 8-Bit Arcade in Renton, and it was for a charity toy drive. And we thought, hey, we like charity and beer and arcade games, so why not? And we were hooked, obsessed. I really fell in love with pinball and even more so the surrounding community. I'm looking around, I see a lot of really familiar faces, which is really nice. And let's see, I even joined a Monday night pinball team, Specials. I wanted to join Chase in hosting this seminar because I feel I've learned the most about pinball by watching others play. Bowen Karen's videos come to mind. Thank you, Bowen. Hopefully this seminar will be similarly enlightening. Would you want to explain the seminar a little further,
Yes,
Chase?
you guys probably want to know what we're going to be doing here tonight. So we got 2 world champion players that are going to be going head-to-head. And we're going to put them through a series of different and unique challenges. Some of them will be timed up, some of them will be timed down. And it's really just going to be a real big friendly competition, if you will, because the winner of this competition, of these series of challenges, the winner of the final challenge will receive themselves a really big prize, $1 and maybe about 85 cents in Canadian. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but we got a loonie in there as well. That is beautiful stuff there, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm not an artist.
All right. So we're going to have a great time. We're also going to take your questions during the seminar. We're going to filter them through as best as we can. We got loads of questions all queued up as well. A lot of people submitted them ahead of time. So we got a lot of questions, a lot of things, and we're also going to try to take your questions as well. I'll come out, put a mic in your face if you want to ask a question. But are we ready to bring in the champs?
We should.
All right. So we're going to start off. This gentleman here had many top 4 finishes at It Never Drains down in Southern California, also at the Northwest Pinball Championships. He's been in the Pinburg Final twice. He's been in the Papa Final 4. He is also a United States national champion, a now 2-time IFPA champion, and currently the #1 ranked player in the world. Please give it up for Raymond Davidson.
Champ.
Thank you.
And his opponent?
Allow me to introduce our second challenger. Coming all the way from north of the border with 88 first place tournament wins, including the 2014-15 U.S. National Championship, 2016-17 Papa World Pinball Championship, and this year's It Never Drains in Southern California. He's also a movie star in his own right as the focus of the hit Netflix documentary Wizard Mode. Everybody welcome Burnaby, BC native and pinball hero, Robert Gagno. All right, welcome, Robert. Thank you guys for being here. So let's play some pinball. Raymond and Robert will be playing Chicago Gaming Company's gorgeous remake of Bally's 1995 Attack from Mars. Nitro Pinball has graciously provided this Attack from Mars for our show today. Everyone should check out Nitro's showroom. It's called Another Castle in Marysville. All their games there are for sale, so go check it out and buy a couple. Thank you again, Nitro Pinball. And we're gonna start with our first challenge.
So the first challenge is really not much of a challenge. We're gonna let them get warmed up. So we're gonna fire up a two-player game real quick. Just let them get a feel for the game. And Ray, you wanna start us off?
Sure.
Ray, as you get warmed up, why don't you tell us a little bit about how to play Attack from Mars?
All right, so first thing I do is see how the super skill shot is, where you hold the left flipper, hit the launch button. Looks like it makes it around. You can live catch and then miss your drop target bank and drain. So that tells me two things. One thing is there's no ball saver, so that's good to know. I probably won't try the super skill shot again. The other thing it tells me is that the shot was a little earlier than I anticipated because I hit the eye target there. So next time I'll try to play better.
All right, Robert, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you play Attack from Mars?
So I'm going to hold it up and then try to shoot a right ramp or a right orbit on a skill shot to spot all three completions at once. Let's see, mix it around. See if I can. Oops. Oh, grace period.
We must build an atomic blaster.
Okay, let's see how it is from the kick out if I get the chance. Nope. Okay, let's see how low the lock shot is.
Well, we're only going to give you about 30 more seconds to get warmed up, so get a feel for the machine, my friend.
Let's try the lock shot out.
Do I get more warm up?
Yeah, we'll give you a little bit more. That wasn't fair.
All right, so
Come on, Chase.
quick
Be
shot
fair.
out. Right ramp. Now we'll just test the tilt out. And then one last shot of lock. All right, so it looks like it's going to be really early, so. Oh, stats, and then bounce. Let's take the earliest shot and see. All right.
All right, we're going to let Ray get about another 30 seconds or so of practice. Hey, Robert, we'll have you pull back here. We don't want to get too much feedback.
All right, so knowing that the super skill was a little sketchy, I'm just gonna plunge it normally, see how the kick out is, because that's the other main thing I'm looking for on this game. So if I don't do anything, looks like it comes pretty consistently to the right flipper. The next thing I want to try is shooting the right orbit. It's a good way to get the ball to your right flipper. So you can try that. Whoops. Try a lock shot. So it was a little earlier than I liked, but not too early. So I'm going to try to drop catch there. Let's try the lock again. Okay, it's actually right where I want it. It's like right in that sweet spot. So the last thing to test is this passover. And it looks like it didn't quite make it all the way. So I'm going to try giving it a little bump and see if that works better.
Okay, Raymond. Don't mean to cut you off, man, but I'm going to cut you off.
All right. There we go. So that's what we're looking for.
All right.
Do you ever try and tap pass? Tap pass to get that across there?
Not on this game.
Not on this game.
All right. So here is going to be your first challenge, okay? All right. So we're going to have Raymond go first on this one. We'll switch off back and forth who's going to go first. And we're going to see how good you are at all these different little skills like post passing, dead passing, live catches, drop catch, and that sort of thing. All right? So I need to get my stopwatch out.
Perhaps call them out when you do one.
Yeah, when you
Say,
do one,
live
make sure you
catch.
call it out.
Okay.
2 minutes on the clock.
Okay. So, in 1 minute, we want to see how many actually in one ball. So you get one ball. If you get all of these, you get the full point. Okay. Post pass transfer, a dead pass, a live catch, a drop catch, a tap pass, a rolling pass, and Shotzi the in lane. Now he doesn't have to do them all.
Okay. Whoever does more.
Whoever gets more will get.
But
the
if you
point.
can get as many as you can in this one ball, so score doesn't matter here. Okay, skills matter. If you get them all, then that means you get the point. The point, your turn is over, and we'll see if Robert can do it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
And make sure you call them out loud so everybody can hear. Everybody, root them on. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Try a drop catch, I guess, out of a scoop. Oh, this will be a live catch opportunity. So live catch.
live catch.
There's one.
See, what was it? An alley pass? Like that?
We count that as a shot.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, post pass. Is
Very nice.
that
3.
good?
There we go. Okay.
Well, drop catch and tap pass. Okay, so I'll shoot the orbit to try to do a drop catch. Or not. I guess I could have done a dead pass.
Got about 30 seconds.
I thought that was the whole ball.
I'm just messing with you. I know, I'm just messing with
Just
you.
terrible.
I know. These guys don't need enough pressure
All right,
already when they play in
so
tournaments.
Drop catch. Whoop, did not work too well there.
Did you get your dead pass, Raymond?
Oh!
Woo, there's a dead
Oh, there's
pass.
a dead
there.
pass.
There you
There
go.
it
There's a
is.
dead pass.
That was kind of a dead pass.
Still need to see a Shotzi in lane though.
I did that, didn't I?
Did he Shotzi? Okay, good.
We're gonna
You want it to
count
go all the way in the in lane?
No, it doesn't need to go all the way.
Nah,
in
it's
the
all
end
right.
lane. It's fine.
All right, I still need the
enough.
drop catch and tap pass.
That's
but
right.
It won't go in the scoop. How about a loop pass? No?
No.
All right, drop catch. Come on. Kick out's not ideal for drop catching.
We didn't say it would be ideal. Sorry.
I guess tap passing at some point.
Yeah.
Yep, still need a tap pass.
All right. Whoa!
Oh!
Danger freaked me out. All right.
All right.
You got 4 there, right?
You got 4.
4.
Now, Robert,
Solid 4.
Yes.
if you can beat him,
Okay.
get more than 4 skills, you get the point.
So why don't you
Alright.
read the skills again one more time?
All right, I'm gonna read
for
them one more
for the
time. Make
audience?
sure you-
Pressure, please.
Yeah, yell them out. You need a post pass transfer, okay?
Okay.
A dead pass, a live catch, a drop catch, a tap pass, a rolling pass, and shots to the end lane.
That's 7.
Rolling pass. Oh, I did a couple of those.
Yeah.
You said 6. I counted 7.
Well, that's fine. No, but all you got to do is get at least 5 of
Sure.
those of that list, and you got the point.
All right.
All right.
Make sure you yell them out when you got them. All right. Good luck. Give them a hand, everybody. Here we go.
All right. Just launch the ball. Let's hope I can get into the scoop so I can get my drop catch right away. Come on. All right.
Ooh.
Alley.
Nice.
Very nice.
That was shatzing the in lane.
You got one.
Please let me have a drop catch chance. All right.
Ooh, nice drop catch.
All right.
Live catch.
3.
There's 3. That counts, right? Yeah.
Dead pass.
Nice dead pass.
Does he got 5?
That was 5.
That's it. He's got the point. Give him a hand.
Nice job, Robert. Yeah.
Wait, he tied me. We tied.
You had 4.
Well, you didn't count my rolling.
Do we not count it? Oh. Oh, we got controversy.
I mean, it
all good. It's all
seemed
good.
like you drained right after that.
All right.
All right. Here's the next challenge. It's going to be kind of building off of what we did before. All right. This is timed. 1 minute, okay? How many post passes you can complete in 1 minute?
All right.
All right?
Let's start the clock when you trap it up.
Correct. When
So
you're
get
ready
the
for the
ball
clock.
trapped.
So Robert,
We'll
you're going to go
start the
first
clock.
this time.
Okay.
So go ahead and start a new 2-player game.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from...
And as soon as you have a ball in the flipper and held, we will start. Get ready to start.
Okay.
All right, Robert. Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go. Oh.
What am I doing?
You got a minute, so the clock's still running.
Okay.
Oh.
We got 2.
That's yeah.
All right.
It's in 1 minute, so that's all right.
But you lose the trap up time.
Come on.
The clock is
bumpers.
cruel.
30 seconds.
Oh, no.
It's all right.
This game isn't so strong for a pulse pass. That's a problem. It's one of the hardest games to pulse pass on.
There we go.
15.
will be destroyed.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
That was a nice
1,
tap pass.
0. Give Robert a hand, everybody.
All right.
Very nice. I think that was that 4?
Yeah, definitely.
5? Was that 5?
We're giving
Okay.
him 5.
All right.
So he got 5 on that. So, Mr. Raymond, once you get the ball trapped on a flipper, we will get ready to start the clock for you.
All right, ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, this game's hard to post pass on.
Yeah. That's all right, guys. Got plenty of time. 45 seconds.
Did he give one? Yeah, we did. Yeah, he got 1, right? That's what I got.
There we go.
2.
Jesus.
30 seconds.
Ah!
It's tough when you're only focusing on doing that,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end.
Count that.
I think you had 4 in there.
4.
Quite.
Yeah.
So Robert Howard, how many?
5.
Robert had 5.
Robert
Raymond
gets
had
the
4.
point.
This is neck and neck.
0, yeah.
So we're going to give you guys a break. Hey, Robert, why don't you come up here? We're going to give you guys a break. We're going to ask some questions for you guys. These are for both of you, so the audience can get to learn a little bit more about you. Raymond, 2 R names here.
Yeah.
Raymond, why don't you tell everybody about how you got into pinball, you know, what got you into the hobby, how'd you get started, that sort of thing.
Well, I've always liked pinball just because we had one at our grandparents' house. Ever since I was tall enough to reach the flippers, I'd play it, and my dad would show me, how it works and that sort of thing. And I would play it in restaurants like Red Robin's, pizza parlors. But then I really started getting into it in the 2008 era, where the Seattle Pinball League started up. So Seattle Pinball League, thank you. And the Northwest Show and Tournament was my first competitive event. Was the Northwest Pinball Championships at the show. Jade Zeed's birthday party. That's right. That was actually my first event I went to. Yeah.
Robert, how'd you get started in pinball?
Hi, thank you.
Yes, yeah. Needed the prompt there.
So-
How'd you get started in life, Robert? No. How'd you get started in pinball?
Local burger joint at Wally's Burgers, where it was a Twilight Zone game at a local burger joint that my dad used to take me to. But unfortunately, it no longer exists today.
I know the feeling. I used to go to a Shakey's when I was younger, so I know the feeling.
Oh, I remember they did have good milkshakes, to be honest. I just remembered that. Thank you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are there any kind of pinball play styles that you admire? Like from other players and that sort of thing?
I think watching Keith Elwood's, some of his gameplay videos are just amazing to study
What makes them so amazing?
Yeah.
because he's just playing the game and tutoring you like he wants us to be a champion.
I think we can all appreciate that for sure. Any play styles you admire?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like Kaylee. Kaylee kind of taught me a lot of just finding the best value, best risk reward, and getting control as soon as possible.
You got any questions over there, Ashley?
Yeah. What flipper technique took you the longest to master, Robert?
Live catch.
Live catch, yeah.
On Attack from Mars? No, I'm just playing with you.
What about you, Raymond?
Probably the tap pass. I lost to it against Keith Elwin at a Northwest tournament, and ever since I started learning it and finally know how to do it. So.
Do you want me to ask one more question for these guys?
Yeah, I think
All right.
we got time.
Yeah, all right. Except for this Attack from Mars, what machines do you find the most difficult to play? Any specific shot that haunts you?
Yeah, any game that has shots that are kind of at weird angles, like Big Game has all those flippers and the spinners in weird places. I don't feel comfortable with those sort of games. The shot that haunts me is probably the third lock on Judge Dredd when I went lock 1, lock 2, brick drain during Pinburg Finals 2 years ago.
What about you, Robert?
Yeah, Robert.
Any shots that haunt you? Any machines that you, any machines you hate playing?
No. But however, it's a haunting shot to me, but it's also a shot I love too. Is that left whirlpool, that left ramp on creature that can open up.
Yes.
Still steep and terrifying, except I just love shooting it at the same time into that whirlpool. So it both haunts me, but also I love it.
It's a good feeling when you
Very
make
awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Ashley, we got another challenge for these fine
we
gentlemen?
do. The next challenge will be races. Well, 3 challenges, maybe 2. The first challenge or race will be a first to multi-ball. So basically, we'll start a 2-player game up. And who went first last time?
Robert went first, so we're
All
back to Ray.
right, so Raymond, you can do any multi-ball you want in the game. You just have to make it to multi-ball.
Right,
Yeah.
and the time will start as soon as you shoot the ball, and it basically, as soon as you get multi-ball, the clock stops.
All right.
And then Robert will have to beat that time. So whenever you're ready.
All right. To go after a Martian multi-ball. All right. Come on. Is it a 2-player game because we assume that I'll get it on ball 1? Like what do I do with the second player?
We will restart it to be fair, so no worries.
Oops.
Basically, just first to multi-ball. Or quickest to multi-ball, I should say. Ooh.
So
We should maybe made it 1-player games, I think, on this one. That's our bad.
My bad.
So what happens now?
Well,
I gotta
we're
redo?
going to start over.
Redo?
So let's...
Me and you tilted. Just kidding. Sorry.
I don't want to power cycle the machine because we actually have some capture equipment in here, so...
Return to battle,
Just start
soldiers.
Yeah.
After player 2.
After, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Sorry about that.
All right, Raymond. All right, Robert and Raymond. Here we go.
All right.
From Mars.
What? There we go.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. Whoa. All right. Come on, right flipper. There we go. Perfect. Dead pass. Line it up. Miss it. Dead pass. Try again. Nail it. Miss it early. Save it. Dead pass. Not quite. Drop catch.
Well, now you're getting all these skills, man. Where were you before?
He just does our job for us. We don't have to
Right.
announce anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He's got one down.
When you only have limited time, you gotta improvise.
So just to recap, in case you're just joining us, Raymond here is trying to be the quickest as he can to get to multi-ball. He's about 50 seconds in right now.
Come on.
Missiles locked on target.
Nice tap pass.
Boom.
There we go.
Very nice shot.
Very nice. That's 1 minute, 3 seconds. So we'll just have to wait for the
Ball safe.
ball save to turn off. We should have turned that off. Made it harder. So compared to other Attack from Marses that you've played, what do you think this rate's right now for you? Or is it the pressure of this crowd?
I think it plays good.
All right, fair enough.
Able to hit the shots.
All right. We're going to
What
start a new game.
differences? Do you notice any really meaningful differences between the remake and the original? Other than it being gorgeous and beautiful.
Yes, as soon as you shoot the ball, the timer will start. You have to beat 1 minute, 3 seconds.
Okie dokie.
Not too many differences.
All right, clock is
You
running.
have to adjust your timing a little bit for some of the shots, but
All right. That was too early.
Trying to backhand there?
they have a vertical view.
Yeah. All right.
What am I at?
You got 35 seconds in. You got about another 30 seconds to go.
The T is not a jackpot. Ooh, that was.
You're at 50 seconds. Oh, this is going to be close.
Hurry up and spit it out.
Missiles on standby.
He beat it by 3 seconds.
Nice
Wow.
shot. Wow.
Very well done, Robert. Wow. Robert did it in 1 minute exactly. Raymond did it in 1 minute, 3 seconds.
Nice.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Wow. All right, Robert, you're going to go first on this next one.
All right.
While it's running through the pops.
Yes.
The next race will be the most, well, it's not really a race, but the most Martians you can get in 2 minutes.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
If we get one, I'll be impressed.
All right, Martians in 2 minutes. You got
Yeah,
it.
so go. So who started first? It was Raymond last time. So Robert,
Yeah.
you're going to be first. Give me a second here.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by
Hold on, Robert. Hold on. I was not ready for you, buddy.
I thought you were.
the battle, soldier.
Sorry, man. I was not.
Malfunction.
Can we start?
Yeah, you can reset. Yeah, yes, please do. So go ahead and restart the game. And when you plunge, your 2 minutes will start.
Thank you.
The Earth is under attack. An attack from Mars.
So the challenge here, most Martians in 2 minutes.
I got a bank shot.
Build an atomic blaster.
Get all the pop bumpers.
So Raymond, what do you have to do to get a Martian?
Well, you have to spell Martian by hitting all those green targets, then shoot it into the Stroke of Luck saucer, and then hit each of the 4 target banks again. I'm not sure if each of those count as a Martian, or maybe you have to start Martian multi-ball, and then every one you hit is a Martian. Either way, you'll be going after targets. So he has got 2 left here. And the A and the N. There's the A.
Just the N left.
One minute to go.
Atomic blaster, now!
Nice. A good preemptive nudging action. Most people wait till it makes its choice and then try to save it, but he bumped it before it had a chance to decide. All right, has to shoot the saucer. The scoop, rather. Nice backhand.
Down to about 25 seconds.
All right.
Here we go.
We're gonna count each of these as a Martian, I think, just so we have something. 1, 2. Whoa, double. Yeah, those count. 2.
10 seconds.
Oh, there we go. 2. It'll
4,
tell him
3,
what the sun.
2, 1, end.
All right, let's see the total. 9.
9.
All right.
All right, 9 Martians. Way to go, Robert.
Very good.
Great job.
Oh. 9 it is.
Oh boy. That was good.
All right, so got to beat 9. And as soon as you plunge, we start the clock.
You ready?
Being invaded by flying saucers from Mars.
What'd you think of that challenge there, Robert?
That was cool. I like the bank shots.
You stand here with us here.
I love how I got some bank shots too. So I love that.
Now you're able to handle those angles just fine, right? Like you're
Yes.
able to calculate that. Do you find it different between like this machine and the original Attack from Mars?
Yeah, like probably like 0.5 seconds earlier.
So you can feel the difference through this machine. Huh? That's amazing. That's really cool.
How do you avoid the out lanes, especially going for shots like those bank targets? What do you move the machine
Just
or?
a tiny bit.
Come on.
Yeah.
I just like bump up a
Should have
little
let
bit.
it rain. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go.
Exciting stuff.
All right. He's coming up here close to a minute.
Oh, okay.
You still got a minute. You still got time.
All right. Maybe the Stroke of Luck will actually give it to me.
Yeah, that's true. 50 seconds.
Boo.
Stroke of Luck randomly awards
Oh, look at that nice speed out of that.
rewards. He got 50 million points. It could have been Martian. It could have been a lock.
Do I
Can
get
we ask
anything?
questions after this?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at all those nice kickouts.
All right, buddy. You only got 10 seconds.
Now he's just showing off.
Well, at least 8 were on the ship. Not 9, unfortunately, so not quite enough. Time is up. Everybody give Raymond a hand there.
Raymond, did they kick it down
All
the
right,
middle?
Raymond, you gotta start bringing it back
One
here.
bad luck.
All right. We're gonna give these guys a breather. But we're going to take some questions now, maybe a couple from the audience. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll start with this gentleman right here in the front row. What's your question?
My question is, so no one can actually say what their favorite game of all time is, but what's your favorite game right now?
Good question. What's your favorite game?
I really like Simpsons Pinball Party, just because the depth and the rules and how you have so many choices all the time. Yeah.
Robert?
This is a tough decision here. I think if I can pick my all-time number one favorite still, I'm going to go with Whirlwind.
Great game.
Yep.
That was your first game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Any other questions from the audience? Yes, sir. What is your question? I feel like Donahue.
So now that you're a champion, what's your training regime like?
Now that you're a champion, what's your training regime like? Raymond.
Well, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's the one I got from them. What do you mean, what it's like?
Well, your training, like, what do you do?
How do you practice?
How do you practice? What do you do?
I usually just, I like to try to beat games and go after their objectives, so I'll just focus on learning the rules as quickly as possible, and I feel like knowing the rules is over half the battle for going into a tournament.
Robert, how do you train up and get ready?
Well, the way I like to train is I'm not playing pinball nonstop, actually, because what I'm doing is I play pinball 3 hours a day, except sometimes for training, I also like to go to ride my bike or hit the gym as well for part of my training too.
So I actually have a related question. Do you play, before a big tournament such as this or Papa, do you play pinball for the couple days before the tournament, or do you take a little break?
I take a little break.
What about you, Raymond?
I always play like a game or two a night. I don't deliberately take a break or deliberately practice more either.
Thank you.
Any other quick questions from the audience at all? Yeah.
Have you ever had any pinball-related injuries?
Any pinball-related injuries? Robert, we'll start with you on this one.
Pinball-related injuries.
You know, like carpal tunnel, broken leg, that sort of thing?
Never carpal tunnel syndrome, but I think the best injury that I think I can suffer that makes me proud is jamming my wrist.
Battle scars. Pinjuries.
Ouch.
I don't think I've ever had any pinball injuries other than sometimes after a long day, wrists feel a little sore, but nothing crazy.
All right. We'll take one more question and then we'll go back to some challenges. Anybody else got a question? Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is the sound of the pinball, like especially voice recordings. If you guys have the most memorable that you just love kind of playing and hitting all those, I'm curious what that is.
Like a unique audio call out, a voice thing, that sort of thing, right?
I think Lord of the Rings does a perfect job of this concept of triple jackpot 5 and all those super jackpot. So, yeah, Lord.
Sweet. What about you, Robert?
I say Stewie from Family Guy when he says, jackpot. I say Stewie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Ashley, we got another challenge for these gentlemen?
I think so. Actually, I think.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you're right.
have
Yeah.
the next
I should read the cue
challenge.
cards. All right, cool. And we're right on time. All right, here we go. Okay, you guys. We're going to do a one-handed game. So one-handed game, this is going to be a full 3-ball game. Okay, they're going to take turns, go back and forth. Player can only use one hand, meaning they can do this or they can do this, go back and forth. They can't switch hands, so you guys need to declare which hand you guys want to use. If you're right-handed, feel free to use the right hand. And it'll be just one game, 3-ball game, one-handed. Okay?
All right.
And if you guys are too good with one hand, we're cutting it to 2 balls.
That's right.
All right.
So, Robert, you're going to lead us off, okay, buddy? Let's stand over here so I don't block anything.
Looks like we can't do the super skill shot.
Use your.
No. One-handed game.
Let's see.
No knees.
No,
Oh.
that's not gonna work.
Allow a knee for the skill shot?
Do you guys want to let him use a knee?
Yeah, you can,
Let's let him
you
use
can
the
use
knee. All
That's
right, you
fine.
can use the knee. That's
You can use
fine.
the knee, Robert.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't make it around, so.
Filled an atomic blaster.
You really have to predict where the ball's gonna go when you play one-handed. To guess. It's gonna come to the left flipper, the right flipper.
So while Robert there is doing really well with one-handed, Raymond, as a world champion pinball player, do you still feel challenged by pinball?
Oh yeah, that's why I keep playing it. It's just always, you always drain, right? So, always more.
What's the longest game of pinball you think you ever played?
I don't know, probably some Lord of the Rings or Simpsons game that lasted 2 hours with, extra balls. Oh.
I remember the Indianapolis 500 at Full Tilt Ballard when we played you guys. You were on there forever.
Oh yeah.
Must have been 30, 40 minutes.
I don't usually do this good with two hands.
I know, right? Okay, what about this? This is a fun question. What song can your opponents request to throw you off your game? And do you have a pinball power song?
Great ball there, Robert, by the way.
Great ball, Robert.
Great ball.
I don't really have either of those because I'm always listening to the game, so I don't. Doesn't
Hey,
faze
Robert.
me. All right, nice.
So you're a world champion. Do you still feel challenged when you play pinball? Let everybody see you here.
Always.
Always. How so?
So I'm challenged to keep my nerves under control all the time.
He got a ball save there. Very lucky guy. How many? We'll call them loonies because I know down here it's more quarters. But how many loonies do you think you've spent on pinball over the years? A few thousand?
Yes.
Yeah, enough to pay for at least a few machines. Fair enough. All right, Robert. He's got the lead right now. 603 million v 89.
Better than my two-handed score.
Raymond, have you ever taught anybody how to play pinball?
I mean, I've given tips here and there, but never in any formal sort of setting.
Like, how do you go about, someone out here maybe is learning for the first time. How would you go about maybe showing somebody how to play? Like, what do you think is the first thing? What tips?
I think the dead pass, learning not to flip, is probably one of the most important things.
Oh,
and,
very good, Robert.
And then
A few more
learning
points.
the rules for the game you're playing, I think, is probably the next.
Yes. All right.
So not just flailing.
Not just
They
flailing.
call that flailing when you just...
Now, hey, Robert.
Yes.
You guys know about the big cash prize we're giving you guys today. What are you going to do with it if you win?
Poker, maybe.
He's going to spend our dollars on poker, Mr. Robert.
Gambler at home.
All right, Robert. This is your chance to put up a big score here.
Grazie Millie.
Final ball.
God would be so proud of this.
So Raymond, what are your interests outside of pinball?
I like just games in general. Play like Magic the Gathering, board games and card games with my friends. Looks like he's going after the total annihilation strategy.
Yeah.
Why not?
One-handed.
One-handed.
We'll do it for fun.
I think I'm the one getting totally annihilated.
No, man. You guys are both great players.
Prego Maego.
Is it distracting to answer questions while you're playing?
Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh. All right, good value.
All
good
right.
value.
That's
Nice
going to put him
one-handed
over
score.
$1 billion, I think. Yep, just barely.
Wow.
All right. So here we go. $1 billion. Try to do $1 billion one-handed. Yeah.
So Robert,
Robert, over here, buddy. Oh, well, hey,
What's your-
congratulations, by the way. You got that point, too.
Yeah.
All right. So
We got 2 flips per ball.
Do you guys ever use anything like virtual pinball arcade to like practice your skills and learn rules and that sort of thing, Robert? Do you ever use other than machines, so computer games and that sort of thing?
Not really, no.
Why is that?
Because I just can't stand the physics of the pinball arcade a lot of time, I find. Because some shots I find are impossible just to make no matter what.
Right. Now, even though, like, what about like for knowing rules of certain machines? Do you think that could be beneficial?
Yes.
Like, throw the physics out the window, but if you just want to learn how to lock a ball and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't play it anymore because I have the real thing all around me.
Right. Yeah.
But I played it when I was too young to go in bars and whatnot to try to learn. It was really helped drive my passion to learn the rules of games. But then once you kind of graduate from that, kind of
Fair
go back.
enough. Okay. Do you want to take more questions from the audience here?
Yes.
We do have a couple questions.
If you were playing in a tournament with this, on like a Tron with a stage flipper ability, do you go for that when you're playing tournaments? Do you try to stage flip?
Do you try to stage flip on Tron?
And if one of you could explain what stage flipping is,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Sure. So stage flipping is many people don't know that you can put the flipper in halfway and then it'll only fire the lower half of the flipper, and then if you push in the button all the way, then it'll fire the top one. So if you have a ball trapped down here, you can have the button in halfway so that this is up, but the upper flipper is still down, and then you sort of put it in all the way so that you keep one ball down here and then manage this flipper separately.
Stage 1, stage 2.
Yeah. And I would never do it on Tron because you don't really need to, because it kind of, well, I guess you kind of do sometimes.
Well, like a whirlwind, for example, is a great example.
If you can't trap up in the right way and you have a ball down here, then yeah, you have to stage because that jackpot is so valuable.
You want to talk about stage flipping? Do you do that at all on Tron?
On Whirlwind, especially.
Whirlwind, especially.
I think Whirlwind, Funhouse, two of the best games are all about staging for those multi-ball million-plus setups.
Absolutely. Any other questions? I thought I saw a second hand, maybe? Yes, I got it.
Hello, hi. Do either one of you, have you tried the new Pinball Factory virtual pinballs in there? They just came out this March. We have 3 machines in there. They have 3 machines in there. They're fantastic. They're not trying to recreate pinball. They're doing 75 totally custom-made tables like Fallout and Doom. The physics are, before last March, I would totally agree with you, Robert. All the virtual pinballs and all the virtual pinball machines are horrible, but our Arcade Expo 4 in March, where we hosted the Kong Off 6 also, we also played pinball games, even though we play arcade. I'm an arcade guy. It's gorgeous. The time lag, there's like 1/16th of a second on the flipper from actually hitting the flipper. Have you seen the ones in there yet? Have you played them?
I haven't been in.
Yeah, like, so the virtual pinball, obviously different types of titles.
Well, the one by Pinball,
Zen Pinball.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys feel about those?
If you haven't played them since March, they're totally different.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance, but as long as it's the input lag that usually kills me, so if they fix that, then it's probably good.
There's 3 of them in there. They're gorgeous.
All right, I think it's time for the final challenge. Okay?
Gonna be in.
Hopefully it's worth 5 points.
Well, the exchange. Well, now remember, the points was only for position. All right, so this is what will decide it all. All right, so
Robert, because you won the most points, you get to choose whether you go first or second.
What's the challenge?
I was waiting for this.
I guess we should tell him that.
Yeah, you want to go first or second? It's real simple, okay? We're gonna do. Well, we can't do 2-player games if this is timed.
No. So we have to do 1-player games.
1-player games. Okay, so this is gonna be 1-player games. It's real simple. You can use both your hands this time. Highest score wins in 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, that's
Right,
there we
for
go.
whatever you want.
So do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right.
Whoa.
Everybody, give it up for Robert.
Wait to start for a minute.
Hold on, Robert.
Hold on. Wait.
Let me get the timer set up here for you guys. I should have brought a real stopwatch.
I want to do some calf raises too while playing. Exercise.
Yeah.
All right, Robert, when you plunge, I will start. So basically, it's 2 minutes, or if he ends his game. So you're probably going to see all the different skills that they've demonstrated here today in this game.
So it looks like he opened his saucer and got that ready to go so that when he starts his multi-ball, he'll have that available. If you start your multi-ball without opening the saucer,
it's interesting because you're trying to get the best score possible, but you're also against the clock. So you got that in the back of your head, too.
We got the multi-ball.
And you got about a minute, so you got plenty of time to get some good score here. Five. So you got five jackpot shots that you could see. And if you get all 5, then you have a chance for a super, and the super kind of rotates through.
Take that, you ugly green Martian!
30 seconds.
ooh,
15 seconds.
shot is being mean.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Nice last minute destruction there.
Show that eye target.
Yeah. Nice score.
And by the way, Raymond, if you're in the middle of the ball and we tell you to stop, we will give you the bonus as well. So it's only fair.
Oh yeah, you get.
We wanted to start the multi-ball.
All right. Give me 1 sec here to reset the clock.
Alright, I think we're just gonna saucer bash. Ready?
All right, hold on. When you plunge, I'm ready.
No time for tea. Blast those Martians. Blow the saucer out of the sky. Well done.
It's a quick saucer.
So Raymond's score to beat again is just over $1 billion.
We gotta save the Statue of Liberty! Take that, Martian!
That's all right. Still got plenty of time. He's got about 1:10.
We'll blow the snot out of you, Martian! Destroy the saucer!
All right.
2 saucers.
Very nice. He's close, isn't he? Oh, he's got it, right? Yeah, give him a hand. All right, Robert, why don't you come back up here? All right. So the winner of inaugural champion versus champion, coming back from behind and winning, Mr. Raymond Davidson.
Homemade, handmade.
Nice.
By a non-artist.
Raymond, how are you going to spend that, man?
I guess I'd probably just.
This is better
I don't
than the
know.
World Championship, right? I mean, this is right up there.
I think I want to keep it framed.
That's what I would do. Yeah, fair enough. All
It'd
right.
be hard to pry the loony
So
off.
we do have time for a few questions from the audience. If you guys have any questions for our champions here, now's the time to ask. Coming over to you. And how was the traffic today? It's pretty good, huh? All right, what's your question?
Do either of you play electromechanical games by preference, or do you avoid them by preference?
EMs, classics.
How do you feel about him?
Yeah.
I don't avoid them for sure. They're harder to find just naturally, but I'll definitely play them. And I love the shorter game time on them, and they kick your butt over and over again. So I love myself a good EM.
What about you, Robert? Do you play EMs? Do you enjoy them, or do you avoid them?
I enjoy all games because pinball, you can never get bored of playing different designs no matter what.
Great question.
Great question.
Yeah.
As someone just getting started in pinball, do you have any advice for games that are must-knows or must-plays, or techniques or strategies to learn?
Must-know games, things that you should learn.
I think just any of these late 90s Williams Valley games like Attack from Mars give you a good chance to learn the basics of 3 locks equals multi-ball, green flashing good, those sort of basic things. As far as techniques, it also lets you practice, loop passes and shot accuracy, dead pass, drop catch. And I think so. AFM is good.
Did you when you were getting better, Robert, at videos, did you watch, or at pinball, did you watch videos like the ones that Bo and Karen's put out and things like that?
No, I didn't watch the videos actually.
You like to figure it out on your own then?
Because I'm a puzzle solver naturally. So I go by virtual stuff, and because I'm such a natural puzzle solver, I say I'm just an observer naturally.
Awesome.
I think we got time for maybe one question. Ashley, we'll come over to you.
Do you guys like standard flipper rubbers or super bands?
How do you like your flipper rubber, Raymond?
I don't mind playing on super bands now and then for fun, but in competition I prefer the regular rubbers just because I can count on them to behave a certain way.
Like consistency kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Robert?
Super brands.
Super brands.
Why is that?
Because they have such a nice grip, like it can choke you or something.
They are good at catching the ball. I will give them that.
So what about lightning flippers like on the new Houdini? Have you played that yet? Is that the super bands? It really catches when you hit it.
Silicone, apparently. Yeah.
All right, so just want to let everybody know, in case you just joined us late, this will all be archived online on YouTube on the Geek Gamer TV channel. I really want to thank you all for coming out and everybody watching on the stream. Once again, please give a hand to Raymond and Robert.
Our champions.
Woo! Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Ashley.